In a historic leap for women in space, Blue Origin is about to launch an all-female crew into the stars. The blast-off set to happen a week from tomorrow, and this groundbreaking mission featuring some of the world's most influential women, influential people, really, isn't just about reaching the final frontier. It's about breaking ceilings, paving the way for the next generation of explorers. And we're so honored to be speaking with crew member, bioastronautics research scientist, and Time's Woman of the Year, Amanda Nguyen, tonight. Before even heading to space, she has already left an indelible mark here on Earth. In her final semester at Harvard, she was raped, and she would go on to author the Sexual Assault Survivors Bill of Rights, passed not only by Congress, but the United Nations. She completed her astronaut training, enrolling in the International Institute for Astronautical Sciences, where, by the way, she graduated top of her class. This Blue Origin mission will make her the first woman of Southeast Asian descent and the first Vietnamese woman to leave the Earth's orbit. And Amanda Nguyen joins us now. Amanda, what a personal honor for me to get to speak with you. Thank you so much for making the time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
I know every astronaut has a zero-G indicator, a small object that floats. Can you tell me what you're going to be bringing up into space?
Yes, mine is a promise that I made to myself when I left the hospital after my rape kit procedure. I wrote down, never, never, never give up, and I taped it to my laptop, looked at it every day, determined to not let the assault prevent me from graduating. I looked at it every day while I was fighting for my rights, and I will be looking at it when I am over Earth.
What do you anticipate you will feel in that moment? And what message are you sending back in time to yourself when you wrote that in the hospital?
You know, it's really a full circle moment for me. Justice can come in so many different forms. And when I look over Earth at that promise, I want to tell my former self that you made it through. It's possible, you will heal, and that I'm able to honor that promise I made to myself, the person I was before I was hurt. I want every survivor or anyone who's ever had a dream deferred to know that your dreams still matter and that you will absolutely be able to heal and make it through.
It's an incredible thing, and I know your memoir, Saving Five. You write about coming back from the hospital after the assault, and you find out that for every 100 women who are sexually assaulted, 99 will never see justice. Has anger been your rocket fuel here? You say you lived with a clock over your head. What does that mean? Tell me about that.
Absolutely. You know, when I found out that the criminal justice system destroyed rape kits at 6 months, untested, even if the statute of limitations was 15 years in Massachusetts, I was outraged. The worst thing that happened to me wasn't being raped, it was being betrayed by the criminal justice system. And yes, that drove my justice, my anger for activism. But after that anger petered out, what was left is hope. And I'm so grateful that the world has listened both unanimously in the United States Congress and also unanimously at the United Nations.
It's an incredible thing, and I want to ask you about something that's making headlines right now because, of course, so many, the vast majority inspired by this mission. We have seen some criticism, and notably actress Olivia Munn had this to say just a few days ago.
There are so many other things that are so important in the world right now. Like,
yeah.
It's not. They aren't asked. I mean, there's one astronaut.
One astronaut.
But like, what are you guys going to do up in space? What are you doing up there? I mean, it's, by the way,
they're going for 11 minutes. They're going for 11 minutes. They're going up. I think they're going to float around a little and then come back.
So you're on like Magic Mountain.
What is your response to this? Why do you believe this mission is important?
You know, I hadn't seen that clip, but I want to thank Olivia because I think she was mentioning Olivia's a friend. I understand the criticism. I have dedicated the last decade of my life to fighting for rights. When Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon, bombs dropped over Vietnam. And when my parents looked up at the sky, they saw death. But in 8 days, when they look up at the sky, they'll see the first Vietnamese woman in space. And I want everyone to know that I'm so proud to do that and also to show that dreams matter, even in tragedy.
You put these dreams on hold for a decade as you fought to make change for all sexual assault survivors. The day is almost here now. We're 8 days away. How are you feeling in these 8 days leading up to the mission?
You know, I'm so focused on making sure that my Petri dishes are going to be okay. I'm conducting 2 experiments. one is in partnership with the Vietnamese National Space Center. It's on plant pathology, and it's actually, again, in partnership with them and American scientists at Wisconsin Fast Plants. April is the 50th anniversary of the war, and I really want to use science as a tool for peace and diplomacy. The other experiment that I'm doing is in partnership with the Philippine Space Agency. I'll be looking at menstruation, how microgravity affects fluid dynamics on wound dressing. The greater implication here is to help future astronauts be able to have a safe mechanism for surgery or if they do get wounded. The reason I'm doing it is because of menstruation. Women in the beginning of NASA were barred from becoming astronauts. And one of the reasons cited was menstruation, but they didn't have the data to back that up. So my experiment will be gathering data, hopefully to refute that.
Excellent. What message do you hope that this mission sends to young women, to women around the world, especially those who dream of careers in STEM or space?
You belong in the stars too. You know, well, I guess there's only been around 101 women in space. The statistic is that almost all astronauts that have flown are men, about 90%. And I want them to know that whatever you dream of, it can absolutely happen.
Amanda Nguyen, we will be watching. I am so excited for this full circle moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.